Welcome to Twisted Liquid RC Boats. This episode of Twisted Liquid RC Boats is proudly brought to you by Slycat Racing. For all your RC boat needs, slycatracing.com. Good day, everybody, and welcome back to Twisted Liquid RC Boats and the continuation in our Zippkits A-Box Crackerbox build. Today, guys, we're going to go and we're going to install the last 4 pieces of wood in this kit. And we've got 4 hatch tongues that we have to get installed on the boat. Now, there's 5 in the kit, so I'm going to describe them all to you in the introduction, and then we're going to put the first 2 in. You've got 5 hatch tongues. One is a long piece, just straight with rounded ends. It's 6.5 inches long. The way I mounted it on my hatch lid, like you see, is I took a measuring tape, came across it, 6.5. I found 3.25, put a center line, and I ran it directly down the middle seam of the hatch. Now this hooks under this lip right here by bulkhead 4, and it holds the hatch like so when you got it in the boat. So the first one you get put on is the long one, and it goes on your hatch. When you got it centered like I told you, you're going to have the same exact measurement on both sides. The next 2 are the 2 big ones, and they got like a triangle on the end of them. These fit in right here around your hatch cover, and you leave yourself lots of overhang with these so that you can mount your hatch locks right here, and you've got a lip on both sides for your hatch to sit against. We're going to install the first 2 big hatch tongues and let them cure, and then we're going to put in the 2 small ones. The 2 small ones go on this front lip also and act as a centering location for your main tongue on your hatch. So we'll do those last. So guys, I'm going to get the epoxy ready, get a brush ready. We're going to apply it to the surfaces. We're merely going to use binder clamps to clamp them. That way if they do stick on us, we can easily wiggle them off where they're metal and they're smooth. So let's get to work. Let's put 4 last pieces of wood into the kit of the boat that we have to do. So let's finish our woodworking with our boat today. Okay guys, we got a nice little batch of West Systems mixed up here. And we're going to get ourselves right straight to work. And we're going to put a coat of epoxy on these hatch tongues. We're going to clamp them and get them in place. And we're going to let them cure like we've done with every other little part of this boat build. Now I'm going to take a brush and I'm quickly going to brush some up on the underside edge also. So when I do bring the 2 of them together, I got a good coating of epoxy meeting on both sides. You don't need a lot here, like you don't need excessive amount, but you do need just a little bit. You do have to get this part coated and done. So mix yourself up a small batch, whatever epoxy you are using. Coat your parts. That's why it doesn't matter to do a little bit of sanding, because you're going to put epoxy right back over it anyways. It's just merely giving your surface some adhesion promotion is all it is, guys. And I've been doing it all through this boat build. Anywhere where I wanted to promote adhesion with a part before I epoxied it in place, I took my time and I scuffed the surface. And it does work. It's just a simple thing that works well for you. I'm just going to crack my handle shorter on my brush so I can reach up underneath here. I'm not making a big mess. I'm not spreading an excessive amount or anything. I'm just going to apply coating in the exact same places where they're going to sit up on the bottom of the deck. Almost can't believe it, guys. 4 pieces of wood left, and we're putting 2 in now. Through another boat build when we get some rigging done. It's amazing what you can get accomplished if you dedicate some time to a project and you do stay at it and do it. So you guys know this has been accomplished over evenings and weekends. The satisfaction I will get in a few weeks' time when I run this boat for the first time. All I can say to you guys is all this work is worth it. I'm just going to ease myself in here, guys, around everything I got here. You're going to notice that the way your boat shapes, it's on a bit of an angle here. This is not a perfectly straight line. So follow the line of the boat when you're putting this part in. Center it up so you've got approximately 1 inch is what I'm going to do for a hatch latch to go into. And like I say, once you get it in place and you know it's where you want it, you can take a little look inside, wiggle it exactly where you want to get it, and clamp it. Now guys, just with the epoxy 2 coats on that piece, you don't even need clamps. It'll stay there if you want it. But we're going to clamp it. But I'm just going to get the 2 of them in place, because the epoxy will merely hold them there. I'm going to follow the line of the boat, and I'm pretty sure I had about 3/8 of an inch of wood on the bottom. That was clamped, and that gave me about 1 inch from the corner to the triangle edge. So I'm going to start to slowly clamp here now and get them lined up, because I don't want them moving now. It's time to get them in place. Once you're happy with your fitment, you know that half the tongue is exposed to hold your hatch to. Everything looks nice and even the way you want it. Clamp them in place. Get them held and let them cure. Now guys, that's the first 2 hatch tongues on the boat. We only got 2 more pieces of wood after that cures to put on this boat. Took my time doing every step here, not in a panic. Once we get them cured, we'll actually be able to lay the lid on and see what it looks like. I'm just going to turn the boat a little bit here so you guys can see an additional little tiny piece of wood I put in the boat. If you notice right here in the corner, I took one of the old wooden servo pieces that they tell you not to use in the kit. It's got one nice big hole right through the middle of it. And I'm going to use it as just a waterline holder. I epoxied it in last night while I was waiting for the deck to do, and I'm going to seal it up when I finish my sealing on my boat. So now we're just going to let those hatch tongues cure, and then we'll put these last 2 little tiny pieces on. And guess what, guys? All the woodworking is done on our boat. Okay guys, it's the next morning after we put our first 2 hatch tongues in. And as I've showed you a dozen times through this build series, I'm after going and getting my regular morning Tim Hortons coffee here in Canada, which I love so much. And I'm going to unclamp this. I'm going to put my lid in place. I'm going to put a little couple pencil marks on it, so I know right here on my deck, a couple pencil marks to see where I got to line up my last 2 little tongues with. Took the time just to give them a slight scuffing with sandpaper. And guys, besides the binder clips, I added 2 clamps in the corner in order to keep the first set of tongues up in the corner right here. So let's unclamp it. Let's lay our lid to our boat for the first time, because I've really wanted to see this on the boat since I built it, and I done it episodes and episodes and episodes ago with you guys. But sometimes you have to be patient, like I've said so many times building a boat, and then you can get to see your results. So like I've said, our first hatch tongue went onto our lid. We centered it nice. We got our long hatch tongues with our triangles put in the corners for our latches to go to for our hatch. And after all the work we've done over all the months, there's how our hatch sat on our boat, which is great by me. So now I'm just going to look in through right here, because it's very easy to see where your tongue is on your lid. And I'm going to put the smallest two little pencil marks right there, just like you see me do. And now I know where to position my last two parts I have to install on the hull. And they just merely act as alignment for our lid as it's going in place. So guys, let's mix up a little epoxy and let's get ready and put the last two pieces of wood into our boat kit. Okay guys, I think we might have the last batch of West Systems G-Flex mixed up for woodworking on this boat. Now as I put my two last hatch tongues in place, I found this one went in no problem and sat exactly where I wanted it to. But this one was actually touching the support for the grab rail holder. So all I done, guys, was I took a sanding block and I had to shorten it by maybe about 1/4 of an inch. Now, this is just the way it turned out in the kit. I'm going to put two of them in. So if you have to do something like this, because if you try and put a full length one in, it's past your mark and it's touching the corner of that, go ahead and just take your sanding block, spend a minute, shape that tongue to fit the boat about 1/4 inch smaller, and do it. Because it's the last two pieces of wood you're going to put in your boat. And one of my goals that I've said to you a few times in this build was to show you guys every bit of the woodworking that has to be done with this if you're going to put it together. And obviously, even right down to the very last part you'll put on the boat, you may have to make it fit. So this is one of the reasons why I showed you guys this, because even just doing something as simple as this hatch tongue, you have to make it custom fit the boat right to your last step. I shortened up the handle on a brush so I could reach up around. I took a bit of sandpaper, scuffed right there. Like I told you, I scuffed the edges on the tongues too. It's all for the promotion of adhesion. We got another boat built here on the channel, and I'm not very far away from finishing this off, bringing it to a bit of water, and doing a maiden voyage for you guys. So let's get our last two tongues in place. I'd say it's going to be the same as yesterday. You're just going to be able to lay them there and the epoxy's going to hold them. I got them lined up with my pencil marks. I know exactly where I want them. I'm putting my longer one in on my starboard side. I'm putting the one that I shortened up a little bit in on my port side. That's from looking at the boat from the back facing forward. Now don't hurt before you clamp all this, just to take this and line it up and make sure that it is going to go back in place for you. And it will. It'll go back in place exactly like that where I want it to. So now we're merely going to take one binder clamp, because that's all you need on these. Nothing more. Alright guys, it's the last two pieces of wood we had to put in this kit. Now having said that to you guys, I'm going to tell you, and I've showed you already, I have another box here sitting in the house and I'm ready to build another boat immediately after this one. I also have all the hardware bought up for that second boat. There is nothing going to stop me when I start building. And one of the things I find where I live, which I've said to you before, is I cannot purchase anything here for doing this hobby. I have to order almost everything I need and get it shipped to me. And when I'm starting to do a build, I've found in the last two boats that I've built here in front of you on the channel, that one of the things that holds me up is shipping to me, and like any other regular human being out there, the almighty dollar. So, the almighty dollar is not going to hold me up on the next episode and the next build we do here. And basically, once I start that next boat, I'm going to keep building constantly till it's done. I've always wanted this boat for a long time. I've looked at them for a long while. I've researched it. I've studied it. I'm going to leave you guys in suspense until I do open the box. But I will tell you this. There is a shovel nose hydroplane here in the house to build. I had to build myself a really good jig, which I'm going to do. And I'm not lying to you. Once I start building, I'm not going to stop, because there's no parts I'm going to need to wait on. There's no materials I'm going to need to wait on. And it's all a matter of me just doing it. So guys, we got a really good build coming up. Guys, anyone can do this. You just got to commit to it. You got to stay at it. You can't give up. You got to use some common sense when you're building. I am not in a boat shop. I'm building with nothing but common hand tools. Measuring tapes. Squares. Levels. A straight edge. I'm not using no digital angle finders. I'm not doing anything like that. And before I do finish this boat and bring it to water, I've heard people say, oh, you're building a twisted boat. You're doing this, you're doing that. Guys, I'm going to set two goals here now today after putting the last two pieces of wood on in front of your face. I'd like to see a boat that runs 45 to 50 miles per hour. I'm not building a rocket ship here. I'm building a sport gas RC boat to go run. And if it gets anywhere in that speed bracket for a stock engine with a pipe and a stock carb and a decent prop on it and a spinning driveline, I'm tickled pink happy. That's a great goal to set. Okay? If it goes anywhere over 50 miles an hour, I'm going to do what some people would do to you on YouTube, and I'm going to take the thumbs down and I'm going to turn them up. That's what I'm going to do, because you're never, ever, ever, ever going to see that here on this channel. All you're going to see here is this on this channel. To anybody who gets up and builds a boat like this, I don't care what kind of work you do. You do your work to the best of your ability. But ultimately, tell yourself that you got confidence in yourself to do it. Tell yourself that you're going to get up off your butt and do it. Spend a little bit of money and go find a hobby that you might really enjoy doing. Because this is something that I really enjoy doing. So we got to finish rigging this boat. We got to review a few episodes with you guys. And we're going to take it to water and we're going to run it. And I'm glad that you got to see every piece of wood get put together. I don't care how boring the episodes are, you are not requested to watch this channel. This is a channel that you voluntarily watch. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. But if you do, you're going to find a guy who's passionate about a hobby, that absolutely loves it, and you're going to find out that he's got enough confidence in himself to get up off his butt, go to work, and he's going to get a couple things that he wants to get in his life and go have fun with them. So I'm going to shut up, because I got no problem saying that either. I'm going to go enjoy my coffee. I'm going to reflect on the last 2 months of building this boat. 2 months, guys. Never took forever. 2 months. Right here in front of you. And there's guys can build this boat in a weekend. But I didn't plan on doing it quick, and I didn't plan on doing it fast, because there's 3 funeral homes in the city where I live. 3 major named funeral homes. And I'm in no rush to get to any one of them. And I'm in no rush to bring that to water. But I promise you that if the dear Lord keeps me on this earth, I'm going to show you that boat running in water. I'm going to take my hand off the steering wheel with the radio on a camera, and I'm going to show you that boat going in a straight line in water. And then I'll take all the twisted critics, the first word in this name of this channel, and I'll ask them what I should do next here. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to build another boat. So stay tuned, guys, because you got a lot to look forward to. Having said all of that to you guys today, I want you to take care of yourself. I want you to have a really good day out there. And most of all, thanks for watching Twisted Liquid RC Boats. I truly, truly appreciate it. Have a good day, guys, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Feel free to like and subscribe. Take care and stay safe.